You're listening to Take 5, the podcast where we pause the noise and tune into the stories that matter. Real people, real life, right here in our community. Let's go.
Learning the Way of the Water by Francesca Pacchiano and Gabrielle. Learning the way of the water is a gift passed down from generation to generation in Coast Salish culture. Paddling and racing aren't just about learning the strokes and developing stamina. It requires getting in a good headspace and connecting your body with the paddle, the canoe, and the water. It's a meditation as much as it's a sport, and it's tied generations of Coast Salish peoples together and to the land since time immemorial. Elder George Harris Hokulatsa has been paddling practically since the day he was born. He recalled his parents reminding him to stay close to the shore when, as a boy, he'd crawl into their boat. The large red cedar vessel was woven into Harris's childhood. His family would paddle it to fetch drinking water, travel, and wash clothes. Historically, canoes were an important part of the Stz'uminus First Nations way of life. They came in all shapes and sizes, each with its own purpose, as simple as transportation vessels and as sleeker vessels designed for swift races. Before modern developments in transportation, the everyday canoe was practical, easy to maneuver, and sturdy enough to haul firewood or drinking water. Former Stz'uminus chief Roxanne Harris Hokulatsa grew up surrounded by her father George's passion for the paddle. She watched her parents train to race war canoes before training in the sport herself. But racing war canoes isn't the highlight of the summer for Roxanne. Each summer, the Coast Salish nation returns to the water, paddle in hand, to celebrate their cultures by voyaging as their ancestors once did.
Ladysmith and District Credit Union has been serving the community since 1944. Whether you need personal or business banking services, investment advice, or a financial checkup, their professional advisors are on hand to help you. And the LDCU is not just a full-service financial institution. They offer insurance and wealth management services through their subsidiaries. So join LDCUs today. Experience exceptional service, exclusive member benefits, and a community-focused approach that puts your needs first.
Last July, canoe families from as far north as Haida Gwaii traveled hundreds of kilometers to reach the lower Elwha-Kilaman tribe in Washington state. Roxanne spoke about the experience, saying, "You're collecting nations as you come down the coast. The group gets larger and larger and larger until you hit the location, and then everybody's together." Tribal Journeys is an annual gathering of the nations who voyage across the Salish Sea in massive dugout canoes to meet, share protocols, and feast together with a potlatch celebration. A voyage of this nature is dangerous and requires a different skill set from that required for racing. Roxanne paddled from Stz'uminus to Cowichan and then volunteered with the support crew. There's a lot of preparation that would have to go into that. You're on the water all day, and you're constantly paddling. They have boats that follow the canoes, and you're able to switch people out, but even still, you could be out there paddling for 4 hours straight. Despite the long, hard days on the water, it's worth it to experience the joy of sharing culture between nations. "It's the biggest healing journey that you could be on," said Roxanne. "You get to showcase your nation's songs and dances at the protocol. You get to meet people that are there that you wouldn't normally meet when you're at home. This showcase of culture is especially important for the younger generations. It's good for our kids to see that, because I think they sometimes don't see the bigger world and that there are so many opportunities out there," she said. Roxanne has passed the tradition on to her children. Getting them involved when they're young so they grow a passion for racing is important. Passing on traditional teachings to our children is very important, and that's not to say that they will be paddlers for life, but they can at least say that they've tried it.
That's a wrap on this edition of Take 5. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, And hey, take 5.